beautiful.
Okay, here's the deal. For months, I have been promising to show my plumbing skills.
Maybe he thinks you...
She looks like a plumber.
Yeah, I've seen her around the job site, is what he was thinking.
Literally, guys, I'm basically a professional plumber. Just wait till you see me install the water system in this vehicle. Mostly, I did a lot of research a while ago, and I've been very excited to finally actually put my system together. And after weeks and weeks of trials and tribulations, I finally have all the fittings that I need, except for one very mysterious fitting that I'm still trying to find, but we'll get to that later. That's the gray water system. So anyway, I'm finally able to make my first actual connection. First connection made. Not gonna lie, that one was fairly low stakes because it's just the air vent. So if everything goes to plan, water should never go through this connection. This tank now has all the connections that it needs, so these are all just 3/8 threaded pieces to 3/8 barbed. So I've got my 3/8 tube, and this will be our vent. This will be the one that actually like brings water into the system. This will be the drain for maintenance or winterizing or whatever. And this will be the fill. Good morning, welcome to another weekend working on the van. It's a little bit cooler out this weekend. I feel like we've had all kinds of weather already. And it's not even June yet, but it was like super hot. Now it's cold again. Anywho, we're working on a bunch of different stuff around the van today. It's kind of crazy because I feel like we are getting close to the end. A couple updates. We've got foam here and fabric. It's going to be the color of our benches. You can't really see it in this lighting, but I'll show you. It's a kind of like bright green color, which I think will be fun. We're gonna get the table installed today. That's probably the biggest thing, and we've started to play around with the plumbing a little bit. As you can see, we've got a pump in there and stuff like that. So that's gonna get finalized in the next little bit. But ultimately right now we're still waiting to hear from Apple Auto Glass that our window has arrived so that we can get that installed in the sliding door before we actually put our cabinet in place that's gonna have the sink and all that stuff. So that's where we're at. So we kind of left this trunk section of the van for last. I finally have some pieces of 1/4 inch that I painted white. I think that will be my last official trip to the paint shop. Its paint shop is closed, except for I'm gonna do some touch-ups later once everything's done. We're just gonna quickly fire in those panels and then the trunk will look really nice and finished. This might be your last hurrah with the nail gun here, bud. Yeah. We're working on is putting our rails in place around the bench area because this is what is going to hold the table when it sets in between the benches to create our bed at night. Now we're installing our Lagoon swivel mount onto the back of our table, which is super exciting, and hopefully soon we'll get to see it in place. Yay! And then push it in.
After many hours and a decent amount of struggle, we have a table that works. When we've showed people this van in the past, they've like struggled a bit to understand the layout. Now that we've got the table and the rails so that we can put it into bed format,
I think people will get it.
People are gonna get it.
Everyone's always like, well, where's the bed? And I'm like,
well, here's a demo for you folks. In case you were confused about the layout, here's how this works.
So this is how we're going to convert our bed back into a dinette. So as you can see, we've got 2 separate pieces here. So we'll just take our bonus piece here and eventually we'll probably store it in that bench. I'll just set it here for now. And then we lift this up and we'll put it onto our Lagoon mount. So we'll show you that. And here we are. Do you think you can make this your office on the road?
Yeah.
It looks good. and it's on a swivel mount. Why don't you loosen it up a little bit and show the people how it can move? Nice. I've talked a big talk about plumbing this whole van build, so I feel like I need to show when I'm actually doing it. I think I've got this on far enough.
I think it's far enough.
So, slide my hose clamp down there. Alright babe, what are we about to do?
Put a hole in the water tank.
I'm so scared. We're installing our water monitor, which off camera I just tested and it works. So now we're gonna put it in place. Alright, so here's the deal. We have about 3 weekends at this point until the van really should be ready for our first camping booking of the year. A couple of months ago, we booked 2 nights at Bruce Peninsula National Park at the very end of June because those were the only days still available because camping is in high demand in Ontario this summer. So anyway, long story short, we need to get this van finished up and camping ready in short order here. So we're gonna start today by making a list of everything that is left to do. Kind of have a list already, but I think it needs some updating. A lot of the stuff we did, this was like pretty much all the driver's side stuff. So
we need to prioritize it so that we do, like certain of these we have to do and certain of these would be nice to have done.
All right, we have a list. We have talked through the very complicated procedure of turning this into a cabinet with a stove and a sink and getting it in place in the van, all while trying to delay actually putting it in the van until after the point that our window gets installed. So it's kind of like a how to get the red car out of the parking lot situation. But I think we figured it out. And now we have just an easy 13-step list to go through. How are you feeling about this?
Why do you always film when things get stressful?
Because that's when it's interesting.
We've had, just so the vlog knows, we've had a very pleasant day, filing away, like perfecting our little holes for the light switches to go in.
That's what you find pleasant?
Well, I'm just saying it wasn't stressful.
Okay, yeah, it's just boring.
And then now here we are at the stressful part and you're whipping out the camera.
Yes. I'll show you better later, but those are our new switches that we added to the cabinet. And now we've got onto, I think, like step 3 of our 13-step plan to finish this utilities cabinet. And that is getting this countertop ready. And then once we have it cut to the right length, then it's gonna get even more stressful because we're gonna have to start cutting holes in it for our stove and our sink, which I'm sure Dan is very excited about. This is unfortunately one of the realities of at least our van building style. I end up making some kind of mistake and then Dan has to fix it for me, so.
We'll get it fixed, don't worry.
Wood glue has been a main player in this project. If we didn't have this stuff, what would we do?
In just like 20 minutes, it should be good as new.
All right, thanks, babe.
Yeah.
All right, back to the cutting of our tabletop, or countertop. For those wondering, we cut it twice because our table saw, or rather, Jules' table saw, only extends so far. So we had to do it in like 2 sections. But anyway, much straighter cut than if we would have done it with a jigsaw, I think.
Yeah, nice clean edge.
All right, so it's just about 6 o'clock now, and we have been working all afternoon. So we're gonna go find something to eat. And tomorrow, I'm actually going over to my parents' place because my mom is gonna help me make the cushions for the van. So we've got to get the van driving ready anyway, and we thought it might be fun to take our new table set up for a spin and go get some takeout in the van and then go park, like at the park or something, and we could eat in the van. So anyway, I've got to get this thing road ready because there's stuff everywhere right now. That's looking a lot better. Okay, that should be in place. Doesn't really wiggle too much. Well, I can maybe do a bit more.
Are we road worthy?
Hopefully. All right, the hatches are battened down and I think we're ready to go pick up our pizza from this like pop-up restaurant thing.
Yeah, should be good.
Yay! Just filming you.
Let's go get Chef D's pizza.
Such a joke.
Well, normally I'm Chef D.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Canadian Dan, and I'm Chef. Oh.
Aww. Well, it looks like the clips that we so purposefully put on that drawer did not hold it shut.
Not on these curvy.
That is so frustrating because it took us so long to get those clips installed in that drawer, and I bought like 3 packs of them, and they don't even work.
Sorry.
And the drawer is empty too, so it's like, it doesn't even hold an empty drawer shut. Oh well, at least we know before we try to install them on like all of our drawers, so.
It's just how it is with van build. It's a little bit of trial and error.
Yeah, there's been a lot of money spent on trial and error.
We've ordered a lot of things that just, for whatever reason, haven't worked out.
Yeah.
The nice thing about converting a van is you can still drive it, even if it's not done. At least we're not just like stuck until we finish.
Yeah.
This vehicle is still usable, even if it's not perfect.
Yeah, definitely.
Even before we have running water and...
We could take it camping before that, yeah.
Exactly.
Which is part of why I'm going to get the cushions done tomorrow, because we definitely need a bed.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we could just like treat it like a tent and, you know, whatever. But I think I have faith that we'll get our plumbing done before we go camping. I just ignore the fact that we're still completely under construction, out living our van life. For real. They are very decent french fries. All right, you ready to get back to work?
Yep.
How was the Chef D food?
It was good. It was pretty good.
Tell us how you really feel.
Like, it was fine. Maybe a little overpriced, slightly overhyped,
Yeah.
but it was fine.
Yeah.
I would recommend you get it once.
Okay. So for all of the people for whom this is relevant,
Yeah, we
that
are not.
live in KW,
Yeah.
we would recommend getting it once, maybe. And we're getting ready to cut holes in our countertop.
The streets feel loud. We're mixing light. Ghost towns on cloud. And life shines back. Go fast at the last on the train. And the ball on the place. You can feel the rush again.
That looks really good.
And it's never coming down. We're invincible.
Good morning. It is a hot, beautiful, sunny summer day here. Saturday morning. We are getting geared up to go work on the van. And then this afternoon we are gonna go swimming with friends because it's hot out and I'm already sweaty and we are in our air conditioned apartment right now. So it's gonna be a warm one, but it's also very exciting because we are getting so close to the end of this build. I mean, we still definitely have a significant list of kind of complicated stuff to figure out, but we are definitely getting there. Once we get over to the van, I'll give you a bit of an update because it's been a few days since we checked in, but we're still working away on the utility cabinet. Are you excited?
Yes, and soon to be sunscreen.
Yes. We have truly been working on this van through every possible weather condition.
True enough, yeah.
Like, I mean, even way back, a few times we worked on it in the snow when we were at the garage. But even since we started working on it more frequently, it was so cold when we first started that we would bundle up to the nines with our winter coats and everything because it was like just above freezing. And now it's gonna be like, didn't it say it was gonna feel like 37 or something today?
Yeah,
It's
that's
crazy.
right.
Sorry, I know you're dealing with some crazy
I am driving.
driving
yeah.
stuff here. It is gonna be hot out, and we have like seen this van through many seasons. I'm just excited because we're getting so close to done, and like I feel like it went by fast. I'm like, how did we get here already? Because there were so many times where I felt like we were never gonna finish, but here we are. Hi, van. Ah, look, There's cushions. The last time that we talked, my mom helped me make these cushions for our seat. I was very grateful that she took her day off to help me with that, and I think they look great. I love the color. Also, the other main update is just that we're working on our utility cabinet that's over in the corner here. So that's going to be our main project for today. Unfortunately, we can't fully install it yet because the window is going to go in there, but we're doing everything we can to get it ready. All right, we've got the retro One Direction notebook of all van wisdom. Here we go. This is what we're going to try to work on today. That looks great. You did a really good job considering that was completely on a jigsaw vertically.
Thank you. I'm actually pretty good about it.
Yeah, I think you can feel good about that. So we've put our sink and our stove into the countertop here just to double check that everything fits because we're part way through installing it now. Everything seems to line up and fit and it looks really good. So we're gonna take them back out now and then continue with the countertop installation.
This is what it's gonna look like. This is our demo.
I think it looks really good.
Alright, then let's screw it in.
Alright, it's only about 2:30 now, and normally that would mean that we are just basically starting the afternoon of work. But we're gonna take the afternoon off today to go swimming because it's super hot out and just beautiful out. So yeah, and the van's almost done. Like, we can take breaks now. We have spent probably 3 months not really taking breaks from this. So are you excited to go swimming?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's so
We are exactly 1 week out from leaving on our first trip.
Oh my gosh, that's just you guys. Some people I think are no.